Get ready.
Let's do this.
You're not ready. Why? Get ready. Oda has said some comments last year that were brought back into the limelight recently by Sandman of Arlong Park on Twitter, went trending, and these comments are super pivotal, and I knew they existed, but now that they're brought into the limelight, and then number two, recently there was some information revealed about One Piece that's happening in the near future, and how this all ties to, I would argue, absolutely the final fight of the story. 100, 1,000, 1,000,000%. And this all stems from what I said. Well, okay, I didn't create this, duh. But my thought process that I said literally a year ago in a video when chapter 1044 dropped, right? 1044, 1045, we all know what that is. Every One Piece reader knows what that is. It is the Monkey D. Luffy Nika Madness, the drums of liberation. Liberation! Gear 5. It's Gear 5, yo. And I said it back then, and cats on Twitter remembered, yo, Cole said this back then. But yes, I did. Oda had made a gamble, a very, very, very risky gamble, and he went in the complete opposite direction from other shonen mangaka in the industry. They went this way. No. This is Oda. He was their yang to their yin, and this was a very risky play. And Oda understood this, but he felt that's what he wanted to do, because ultimately it ties to, you could argue, the roots of Oda as a mangaka. So let me read what Sandman of Arlong Park said on his Twitter recently. He brought this back up into the limelight. 2022 Oda. I drew Gear 5 as a big joke, knowing that my readers would be disgusted by it. Battle manga becomes more serious when they follow readers' expectations. I hated that. I didn't want my manga to be serious, so I had fun achieving it with the fight against Kaido. Then it continues. Tom and Jerry are the models for Gear 5. Hello. Tom and Jerry are the models for Gear 5. But I was troubled because only Luffy jokes around in battle, but not Kaido. I like the traditional symbolic manga expressions, such as characters' legs spinning around like a wheel when he runs. It's sad they are outdated now. And if you don't know, now you know. These are comments made between Oda and Aoyama, the author of one of the longest running series in the industry, Detective Conan. And there are other comments in this interview, like for example, Aoyama says this: look at the picture of Gear 5. Whoa, amazing. I really like the design. It's excellent. I'm also impressed that you're able to draw those kind of faces. Oda says then, thank you. When thinking about this concept, you can think of it as if it suddenly became Tom and Jerry. Aoyama says, yep, I like Tom and Jerry. I just can't forgive Jerry, ha ha ha. Oda, Jerry? Oh no, I supported Jerry. Aoyama says this, really? Tom always tried really hard, but Jerry was too sneaky. I hate Jerry a lot. Although if I had to compare one of them to Conan, it would probably be Jerry, haha. Then Oda says this: when I tried to draw for the first time, it was pretty difficult. The world of Tom and Jerry works because of both characters, so I struggled a lot looking at the difference in attitude between Luffy, who was making pranks in the middle of a battle, and his serious opponent. But in the end, I feel like I actually pulled it off. The older you get, the harder and more tiring it is to draw battles, isn't it? Yo, these comments and this interview is very telling in so many different ways. In the grand scheme of things, right? Even though Oda is, you can easily argue, the most successful mangaka in history. Literally, One Piece is the #1 selling comic by an individual author of all time. One Piece is so popular, we even have presidents and prime ministers like Emmanuel Macron talking about One Piece, yo. And Eiichiro Oda is obviously, clearly, a tremendously successful author. Whether you hate him or love him, that is just undeniable. However, one of the core things that drives Oda to continue doing One Piece, and he's hyped for the future of the series, like the final saga, is his enjoyment of writing and his enjoyment of drawing. Why have a crazy character, protagonist like Luffy? You have nutty main characters like Zoro and Nami and Usopp and Sanji and Chopper and all those cats, right? Why is the world just so over the top insane? One of the core reasons why, ultimately, is fun. There is something to be said, being successful in a general sense, and having fun in the craft that you do. What you do in life, and you're very good at it, you're successful at it, is all the more better when you're having fun at it. It's just so much more valuable to you personally, and arguably to those around you as well, and potentially to the community, to the world at large, depending on how big your reach is, right? Even though I never saw myself be in this position, let's say 10 years ago, 20 years ago, here I am. And part of the reason why I'm here is because I have fun doing what I do. Of course, there are ups and downs, and nothing is a guarantee, but pursue what you're good at and generally having fun doing so, I think, and being successful at that, I think, you can't help but be grateful for that in some ways. You just really cannot help but be grateful for that. Oda, I think ultimately, when it comes to the final stretch of a story he's worked so many decades on, at the end of the day, really wants to go back to those roots, having fun. And it looks like the animators and Toei understand Oda's jib, and they understand it well. Because recently, there was a drop right here, Willow D on Twitter. So rumors about new animators who are working at Warner Brothers, working with One Piece for Wano Climax and Gear 5 were true. Get ready, One Piece fans. We'll be witnessing some of the greatest anime episodes of all time. Luffy sitting on top of the Warner Brothers Online symbol. Now, what is Will of D talking about? He's talking about a comic that was made by Oli Loken on Twitter. And Oli Loken is an animator that has done various works for various Disney productions. Oli has worked on literally Space Jam 2, LeBron Jam, a Warner Brothers production. Oli has also done some work for the 2D animated scenes in Disenchanted. And Oli sent in his cutscene for One Piece on May 15th. Yo! Literally, this man Luffy, at some point in the near future, is gonna pull up like the Tasmanian devil. He is going to be dancing around, and they have the right people. They're actually getting the actual people to make this a reality. This is going to be mind-blowing on so many fronts, and I can't wait for it. Because what Wano Country is going to do real soon, and what Oda's going to do in this final saga, I think it'll be very, very apparent. A lot of fun. It's going to be a lot of fun. And obviously, it's not everyone's jive.
Yes, exactly.
Of course, fair enough. Because most folks that read and watch Shonen, we are accustomed to like that final fight, serious, life and death, the fate of the universe on the line. Where's Andre Iguodala? We have Naruto and Sasuke. We have Toriko, the final fight there. We have Siren, the final fight there. We have, well, Hunter's not done yet, obviously. We have Yu Hakusho, the anime, Firefly stuff there. Dragon Ball with Kid Buu. That's how it's always been. But nah, Oda, again, he is the yang to a lot of that yin. He's going different, man. I'm telling you. Luffy's Gear 5 form, I think most cats know by now that it is such a fitting and perfect form for Luffy. When it comes to the journey, having fun, exploration, having parties after each island, and so on and so forth, like, it's just so fitting for Luffy to fool around and mess around. And every time you can't but laugh and enjoy the fight itself. This man Luffy slept on Rob Lee. I'm sorry, yeah. But it was like, damn. The disrespect on Rob Gucci. Ooh, that was crazy. He slept on a dude. No. What we've seen so far with Luffy, we can easily assume is just the tip of the iceberg. Luffy kind of maybe-ish manifested goggles, slapped them on, and Dawn rocketed an ancestral plane leopard. Luffy has yet to touch any of the fire-based stuff that he has. But considering Oda's comments on Gear 5 and Tom and Jerry, considering how he's bringing like a lot of these old school styles of drawing in a manga, like those old cartoony ways, don't be surprised if Luffy starts grabbing like text bubbles. Don't be surprised if Luffy starts to grab a manga panel border. And then he uses that manga panel border as a stick to club somebody. Get ready. If Luffy leaves the manga and then hops back in, just get ready. Get ready, yo. The final fight, whoever it's gonna be, it's probably not gonna be this stereotypical shonen life and death, the fate of the universe. No. We're gonna have a lot of fun. It's gonna be crazy. It's gonna be zany. And Oda is going to do yet again, what no other shonen mangaka has done. And honest to God, I think it's gonna be hella rewarding for so many fans that have been around for this long. And ultimately, I think that it will be a success, especially when it's the anime. Oh yeah, Gear 5 in the anime is set to be some legendary activity when he first transforms into it. The final Gear 5 come in the series, I mean, yo, whenever it's gonna be, 3, 4, 5, 10 years, I don't know how long. But ultimately, whether it's gonna be the manga or the anime, get your popcorn out, Keemstar style, and treat it like, let's say you would an old school amazing Disney flick. Lion King status, Emperor New Groove status. Yeah. It's gonna be phenomenal in ways that we cannot conceive. When we get to it, it's gonna be just jaw hitting the ground 5 feet below you. But let me know your stance on the subject matter at hand. If you enjoy boys content at large, make sure to, of course, give this video a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and click on that bell to join the notification squad. I'm gonna see you cats on the flip side.